The Mercedes-Benz SLK was introduced in the lineup for those who wanted an SL but didn't want the hefty price tag of one. The SLK has built a solid reputation over the past 2 decades of being a prime choice for a compact luxury roadster for its solid build quality, refined interior, and elegant style to match. But let's go ahead and check out this 2015 Mercedes-Benz SLK and see if it really lives up to being a prime choice for a hardtop convertible. Now, as far as styling goes on the vehicle, it does quite look like a baby SL, to be honest, and I really do think the styling is very elegant, pretty classy, and athletic too at the same time. It's a really great looking car here. Now here goes your key fob design for the SLK. Typical Mercedes key fob, very high quality looking. You have your lock, unlock to release your trunk, and then your panic button. Now our SLK we have here does have the optional Panorama Sunroof, which is a pretty nice feature if you don't want to put the top all the way down. And it's not that common to see a Panorama Sunroof on a convertible. Now you also do have these optional 18-inch twin 5-spoke alloy wheels, which do have a decent design to them. I really do like the styling of those wheels. Now it is the polar white exterior color with a beige leatherette interior. However, Mercedes likes to call it their Sahara beige MB-Tex. You also do have a power driver's seat with power recline too. Now stepping on inside of the SLK here, there's a sense of oozing quality still that you would find in a Mercedes. It's a very opulent cabin, very classy too, very stylish. However, it does feel a little snug inside of here. I will say if you're looking for a little bit more room, certainly go with the SL. And what you're hearing there is a 1.8 liter inline 4-cylinder turbo. Now you do have a full leather wrapped steering wheel. Pretty thick steering wheel rim here, I have to say. Coming to your transmission, you have the optional 7-speed automatic. You also do have manual shiftability via the paddle shifters. No rear view camera here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lights and the hazards too. All windows are fully automatic in the SLK. And I'm going to go ahead and pop up the hood, check out the engine bay. Heated exterior mirrors with LED turn signal indicators. Love the styling on this vehicle. It's like a little baby SL. You have halogen projector beam headlights and LED daytime running lights too. Big bold Mercedes front emblem. Now under the hood here we have the base powertrain. It has a 1.8 liter inline 4-cylinder turbo producing 201 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and 229 pound-feet of torque at 2,000 RPM. Acceleration is pretty modest. However, there is an optional 3.5 liter V6, as well as if you want to go all out with performance, you can get a 5.5 liter V8 and the SLK-55 AMG. Now you are looking at EPA estimates of 22 city, 32 highway when equipped with the 6-speed manual transmission. It does run on premium unleaded fuel, and it also is rear-wheel drive. Now essentially there aren't many competitors for the SLK, but some vehicles to consider do include the BMW 2 Series convertible, the Volkswagen EOS, as well Now essentially there are not that many competitors for the SLK, but some vehicles to consider do include the BMW 2 Series convertible, Volkswagen EOS, as well as the Audi A3 Cabriolet. Pricing for the SLK 250, like how we have here, starts at $43,950. The SLK 350 starts at $57,650. And finally, the top of the line SLK 55 AMG starts at $70,850. This particular one also costs $47,499. LED taillights with LED turn signal indicators. You also do have dual exhaust tips as well, and a LED third brake light, as well as a shark fin antenna. And let's go ahead and rev it up. Very nice. Now as far as build quality and materials go inside of the SLK here, it's excellent. Nice soft touch materials up here on the upper door panel, and then mid door panel is nice soft touch, as well as the armrest. Dashboard, of course, this is a Mercedes-Benz, and build quality is also excellent. Not many panel gaps inside of this vehicle. Overall, build quality and materials are what you would find in a typical German vehicle. Now coming to the steering wheel design, I really do love the steering wheel, fairly stylish and high quality looking. Coming over to these set of buttons right here, this controls your little information center, which I will get to a little later in the video. You also do have steering wheel mounted audio controls, voice recognition, intermittent windshield wipers too, power tilting and telescoping steering wheel, and here's your cruise control stock as well. Coming to your climate controls, pretty easy to figure out overall with traditional knobs and buttons. Here's your temperatures right here. Then you have your different zones. Your rear window defrosters right there. And then your fan speed too. Coming down here, do have a 12-volt power outlet. I love this wood grain interior trim too. Gives the interior much more pizzazz. You also do have your cup holders, and then this little dial right here is for the Mercedes command interface, which I'll get to in just a second. Right here you have your switch for your convertible, and then here goes your center console. Down there you will find your USB port, a 12-volt power outlet. It's also nice and soft touch. Also, what's pretty neat is that you have a little storage pocket right there too. The seats are very comfortable in the SLK. Decent amount of support on the side bolsters, and they have a decent amount of plushness to them. That support can be a little bit better, however. Coming up here you have your auto dimming rear view mirror with the integrated compass, SOS Safety Connect, Garage Home Link, interior illumination lighting, and they are LEDs. Now coming to the multimedia interface, we've seen this interface many times before. It's the command system, and it's a very dummied down version of it, and we do have navigation as well on this vehicle. I don't think I've really seen this version of the command interface as much as the other one, but it's basically all controlled by this dial right here. Your different radio sources include all the basics: AM, FM radio. You also do have your optical disc drive, USB, and Bluetooth streaming audio. And then coming to Navi right there, you can go to navigation like that. But this one doesn't have navigation right now. And then you have your telephone. You can hook up your Bluetooth phone, and then you can have an integrated dial pad, store all your contacts on there. Then you also do have a dial pad right here, which is Mercedes is still doing, which I don't get. And then this button right here is for your on and off button for the command interface. And then you have your seek and track. And then your eject your disc button too. But overall, this version of the command interface is extremely dated, and I would love to see a more up-to-date version. The rendering is not all that great, and it looks like it's from 2007 or 2008. Now, coming to the gauges, I really do love the gauges. I think they're very unique looking, yet the font is bold, crisp, and clear, very easy to see, especially on the RPM gauge. Now, coming to that little center screen right there that basically shows you all of your vehicle information, you have your trip odometer, your exterior temperature readout, and your digital clock too. You also do have a digital speedometer, trip information, gives you your eco display, how much coasting you have, and then your acceleration, fuel range, of course, all of the basics here. Then if you go to audio, you can change your different audio sources, and then you have your telephone, which you can make phone calls from here. Pretty cool. Driver assistance, then your tire pressure monitoring, and then your different settings for the vehicle, like the instrument cluster, light, and then convenience. Various amounts of things. Now, as far as driving the SLK goes, it almost feels like you're driving a golf cart. It has a pretty good turning radius, I have to say. The handling is spot on in this vehicle. It's very fun to drive. However, my biggest complaint is certainly that with this 1.8 liter turbo 4-cylinder, it just has modest acceleration. It's not all that fast, but it does handle corners pretty well, and the ride comfort is decent too. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the top up. Just the push of a button, very easy to do. And then it lets you know on the instrument cluster if it's done the operation. And then you can roll all your windows up from this right here. And then you have your panoramic glass roof, which is pretty nice, I have to say. Definitely gives the cabin a much more airy feel without even putting the top down. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and shut down the SLK. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. Now, of course, trunk space is limited because the top is up, but this is no SUV here. It's not the most practical vehicle in the world. If you're looking for better practicality out of a Mercedes, certainly go with their GL. You can't go wrong with that. Very solid closing. Powered passenger seat with power recline, power lumbar too, and like I said, you also do have memory seat settings for 3 people on this side. Little storage pocket right there. Nice and damp glove box, lined with felt too, very high quality. So with its highly refined interior, its SL-Class look-alike styling, as well as its fun and engaging driving dynamics, the 2015 Mercedes-Benz SLK-Class is an excellent choice for a compact luxury roadster. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.